În engleză?
În engleză,
Hai de
da.
capul meu, bine.
Sorry, switch to English.
All good.
It's the second language here, so... Okay.
It's the first one here, actually.
Actually, yeah, true. The first one. Okay. Hi, Raul. Thank you for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What is a good product for today's world? Something that makes the world a better place in terms of digital solutions.
Most would say it's something that solves a problem. And I think we are way beyond that. We don't have that many problems left, to be honest, except like medicine and like old age and things like this. But from a life perspective, right, we are in a pretty good shape currently. So therefore, I believe the right approach to product should be filling our time in a meaningful way. The moment you find a product that fills your time that you have in a meaningful and productive and pleasant way, that's the product that will succeed.
What do founders or product developers got completely wrong about building digital solutions and you would like to see changed in the near future?
I see the change already. Looking back 2 years ago, the focus was on building. So this changed throughout the last 2 to 3 years already, but it's still far away from where we want to be. So when a founder thinks about the product, he doesn't need to set up the team and think about investments and think about how he can sustain it financially, but they should actually start building. And they have the tools currently, right now, to just do it. And that I believe is still far away, right? We are aiming towards that, but we still have a few years. Still, a founder has an idea, right, about any kind of product that solves or not some problems, that fills some time or not, and they say, okay, this weekend I'm building it, and I see if it has traction, and if it has traction, then I start investing in it. People start investing in it, and then at some point they drain their resources, being it relationships, being it time, being it money, being it engineers or whatever, right? And then we focus too much on the journey, but we should focus on the goal, right? If we want to go to Paris, it's really nice that we had an awesome journey, but we stopped in Vienna. Let's go to Paris.
What do you believe changed the most in the world of developing solutions since the AI age?
The need of engineers. So that we don't need that many engineers anymore. And I know I'm repeating myself in different talks and panels, and every time I say the same thing, and it's really a really simple answer, it's a really basic thing, but this was the problem before, right? The moment we had something in developing, we had to think about the team that will do it, right? Now we don't need to invest that brain power anymore in this. So this is, for me, the biggest change, right? The need of certain roles, the lack of them, and the possibility for you to step in those roles and take over those responsibilities. This is a huge paradigm change.
What is your own definition of AI?
AI is just a term we use for machines that behave intelligent. So we had it from the 60s when we said, oh my God, this machine can do an equation, right? A plus B equals whatever, right? And we said like, this is intelligence. So it was AI. Then we went through the 2000s, the phone unlocked, and you could unlock it with your fingerprint, and it was intelligent. It recognized your fingerprint, right? So it was AI. Then we had Netflix, where it told you about the next thing to watch. It was AI. And then we had the recommenders from Amazon. This is what you want to buy. And it's like, yes, this is what I want to buy. And it was AI. And now it's just another kind of AI, and it's more accessible. So people are talking, oh my God, it's AI. But we had it throughout the last 60 years in a form or another, right? So as long as we have a machine that behaves in a human way, in an intelligent way, we will call it, and we call it, and we will call it in the future AI.
Okay, and the last question. A good product, is it a product for everybody or for certain kinds of groups?
reality beats my hypothesis. Because if you look, it's Facebook that won, right? But if you go a step back, how did Facebook start, right? Meta. It started by focusing on a really specific group of people, students in fraternities. So I still believe that the power is in specialized products. Products that do not address general needs, but address specific needs and really go deep into that need. I mean, I can give you a really good example in sleep apps, right? There are a ton of sleep apps. But what I noticed is that it doesn't matter for me how long the sleep phase is through testing in a lot of apps, but how much sleep depth I have. As long as I decrease that sleep depth about like not sleeping less than 6 hours or 7 hours, I feel good. So I'm a specific target and I'm willing to pay a subscription that's for me ridiculously expensive for such an app, just to have a number every day, how my sleep depth decline. I won't name the app, you can search it, but how much my sleep depth increased or declined. So, and that's where you gain out the money. Because as long as you have a specific need of a person that is really rooted in their existence, and you address that person is willing to pay how much they can, regardless of amount, to get it solved. If you address it to everyone, it becomes, maybe I want it, maybe I don't, I can live without it because I don't feel the pain. Find the people that have that pain, even the free time, right? Yeah. People that have a lot of free time and are tech savvy, so they want something techy to play around, right? It's still a pain that they have. Being it in a positive way, but it's still a pain. So find a narrow group of people because they will pay whatever is needed for them to get their life improved.